Yeah, we're back. RedIn30, where we make you red in 30. Literally. We got 30 minutes to do this. I'm DM, EJ, you here? Nakia's here too, she's gonna be on the mic in a second. This is called I Need You. Drop the beat, yeah. If you ain't never heard the Refined EP, you need to go look at that. Look up Donovan Montreal. Yeah, let's go.
You took me somewhere that I never been before. And every time I get there, it makes me want more.
I be like,
I don't care. You still don't ignore. Lord knows it ain't fair. My face on the floor. Just when I thought that I had enough, you overwhelmed all my trust. Thought enough for me just to make it up. So now it's just us of us.
Yeah.
Just when I thought that I had enough, you overwhelmed all my trust. Thought enough for me just to make it up. So now it's just us of us.
What it is?
I need you like a comb needs hair.
Tell the truth.
And I need you like one needs to share.
I don't know.
Imagine what I do with nothing to compare.
Enough
with all the chatter, compliments are just a flatter. To sum it up, I put it this way.
Tell the truth, sing it.
Love, I need you.
It's the truth, yeah.
Love, I need you. Unbelievable. I can hear when I feel the rush.
It's incredible.
Incredible. I can see when I feel you touch. Straight through the soul. Arrow.
Feel it,
I'm home.
Break it down.
Now the caved in pain I felt.
Let's go.
You overwhelmed all my trust. Thought enough for me just to make it up. So now it's just us of us.
Sing it.
Just when I thought that I had enough, you overwhelmed all my trust.
Yes, sir.
Thought enough for me just to make it up. So now it's
hey, we gotta tell the truth, EJ. It's the truth.
I need you like a comb needs hair.
I can't do it without you.
And I need you like one needs to share. I can't imagine what I do with nothing to compare.
Enough with all the chatter.
Enough with all the chatter, compliments are just a flatter. To sum it up, I put it this way.
Hey, love,
I need you.
Yeah.
Oh, love, I need you.
Break it down, sing.
Broken was my heart before you.
My heart was broken before you. It's the truth, yeah.
You gave your life, my
Gave your life. EJ, gave your life. Yeah. Come on.
And I need you like one needs to share.
Hey, we doing it live, huh? The boys are ad-libbing. Right.
Enough with all the chatter, compliments are just a flatter. To sum it up, I put it this way.
Sing the song, y'all.
Love, I need you. Oh, love, I need you.
Sing it.
I need you like a comb needs hair. And I need you to share. I don't know what I do to compare. I ain't trying to fly.
This song feel good, boy. Oh, yeah. Sing it.
Oh, love, I need you. Oh, love, I need you.
This is RedIn30, where we make you red in 30, literally. RedIn30 is a 30-day reading of the Gospel of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. We love the entire Bible. We believe the Bible is a story about who you and I are. We believe the red words tell us who we are in the story. When I speak of the red words, I'm speaking about the words of Jesus, the Christ. All we talking about is Jesus, truth, and you all using
red words.
Red words. And so we back. Take two. Because I thought we only had two, but it's really three. But take two. If you don't understand what I'm saying, this means that you did not watch the pod before this one.
Go watch it.
So I'm not even going to prelude and tell you, all that what that is. You just need to go and watch the pod before this one, so you can understand what take one was. Take two. So we breaking down and say, at what point, and I'm gonna get straight to it. Can we get straight to it, DJ?
Get straight to it.
Can we get straight to it?
Yes.
At what point? And you asked the question. Can you remember the question you asked the kid?
I don't remember.
You said because you said because he gave because you were given.
Because you were given.
Yeah, because you were. Yeah. She's trying to think of it.
So why not? So you would automatically understand that.
Yeah,
You know,
you don't have
were
nothing.
given.
Yeah, you ain't have nothing.
So you own nothing.
You own nothing because you were. Hold on. Think about this for a minute. You were given, not you were given something.
Oh, well, no,
Right.
I said you expect to give all because you were given.
You should expect to give all because you were given.
Yes.
It almost seems like it's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like it almost seems like the natural course of action.
Right.
I mean, it's natural course of action.
All right, so this
Natural course of action.
but here's where we lose. We lose when we start to think that we were given, and then we own some of whatever of us was given. You get it, like your identity.
Right.
Your personality, right? Like
well, you start thinking maybe you created this.
You start,
Yeah, right.
right. Like maybe I did create this. What they used to call a self-made man, right? What? No, deny your self-made man.
Yep.
Deny yourself. Like if you deny yourself, you ain't no self-made man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Where did you get the materials to make yourself?
Right.
I'll wait for that answer.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And so it's an ongoing conversation. And I believe that if you could find the place where you begin to think that you were the source of anything. Like somebody says, well, I'm made. I'm just trying to think of all the things that people think they make. You know what I'm saying? Like even when you have a garden, right? Let's go to the basics of it. Even when you have a garden, right? Yeah, you planted the seed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right.
You planted the seed, but first of all, where did the seed come from? Okay, that's number one.
Right.
That's number one.
And you can say you went and bought it, but where did it get it from? Okay, where did the seed come from? Number two, where did the dirt that you planted it come from?
Right.
Oh, that's my land. How? How is it your land? Oh,
How did you make the seed grow?
And then when it grows, how did you make the seed grow? We talking about right now. You don't know how the baby formed in the womb. Right. You don't know how the bones grow.
Right.
It just does.
It just does, and it should be. Watch this. The third take. We're gonna get to the third take in a minute, but it should be such a humbling. The third take talks about this, but it should be such a humbling experience. You get it? It should be so humbling to you when you realize. But see, this is the trick. Knowledge of good and evil made you think that you have something, and that you reach for it, and so you grab something, so that makes you think you live in this illusion of having.
Yep.
You get it? When everything, the earth is the Lord's.
Yep.
And the fullness thereof. The world and they that dwell in it. I'll talk about it in the last couple pods, bro.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no
boy, we out here living on the string, boy.
No control.
We was riding the car, and I was like, boy, we really think we controlling stuff, boy. Boy, we ain't got no control, boy.
None.
You know what I'm saying?
None.
And the little control that we do have, you can steer and turn left and different things like that. But it's like, for the most part, your faith should not be in this. Now, can I show you something I learned today? Mm-hmm. Deny yourself, right? We're talking about deny yourself, right? It makes you deny this idea, first, that you own anything or that you created anything, right? Mm-hmm. And when you deny the idea that you own anything, created anything, or can make anything, right? It makes life so easy, right? I don't know if I'm jumping to the third take, second take, right? I started thinking, and there's a statement that was made. You ready? And me and my boy was talking about today, right? And right after the Adam and Eve eat from the tree, there's some conversation that they had about the woman going, childbirth and all that stuff right there. But he tells man Watch this. And I don't want to say it because the theologians going, you know how they do. They didn't say bye, he said big, something like that.
Theologians.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like that too. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, let me see this.
That's a funny word.
Theologians. Now, they sound like some people that don't need to be talking about that. Hold on. He said, greatly multiplied us. All right. Hold on, I'm trying to get to it. Did he he got on her first, huh?
You want me to find it?
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
Hold on.
That's the spot where with the childbearing. Didn't he say dude gonna be working? Or
Yeah,
laboring?
wait, I'm looking at it right now. Hold up. Did he tell Adam he gonna be working by the sweat of his brow?
Uh-huh.
You in chapter 2?
I'm in chapter 3 right now.
Okay, yeah, 3. Let me go to
The ones in thistles shall bring forth thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field, and in the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return to the ground. Right? For out of dust thou art, and out of dust thou return. So you're gonna be working by sweat.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? You're gonna be working like this is the way you work, but this only the way you work. Watch this. This is only the way you work because you wanted to own something.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Watch this. Like this is the course of action for you because you reached for something not knowing that you already had it.
Right.
This is the trick of the tree, the illusion of attainment. You get it? It's the illusion. And so now you're working based on the sweat. Like you're gonna be sweating and working. Right? Now watch this. It is not that you're not gonna ever sweat, but now this is gonna be your way you think work goes. You're gonna think you gotta get sweaty to get the work done.
Right.
When in actuality, if you work from the right proper way, yeah, you might sweat, but it won't be hard. It won't be
Right.
The hard work for you. It won't be pain and sorrow and
Yeah,
conception.
yeah.
It won't be any of this because you're working from the right direction.
Yoke is easy, burden is light.
That's what we're about to get to in a minute, right? Maybe that's take 2 right now. We'll get to take 2. I don't know which one take 2 or take 3 right now. I just know they got 3 of them, right? But watch this. All right, so we're gonna switch because the one you alluded to last episode is really 3.
Right.
All right, so take 2, right? And I think it's in Matthew 11. He goes over. He's talking to him. He says, "Come unto me." A lot of y'all know this. What he says, "Come unto me, all you that labor and heavy laden, and I give you rest." The next thing he says is what? Come on, it's to take. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me.
Learn of me, yeah.
For I'm meek and lowly of heart, you find rest for your soul. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. It's the conversation. So he says this, and I can break this down so many more times because now that we're doing red words and RedIn30, and I for the life of me, I don't understand why people just don't sit down and study this because it makes life so easy, right? So I'm looking. He says, "All right, so you're laboring heavy laden. Take 2 now. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me." First now is take up the cross. Deny yourself, take up the cross. Now we're saying take up my yoke. Now it's really the same thing.
Right.
The yoke. Remember, we saw weight distribution was a wonderful pod, bro. I can't. I know a few pods back, y'all. Just weight distribution, right? But the weight distribution is carrying the cross.
Right.
You get it? Take. This is my yoke. My yoke was the cross. Take my yoke upon you. Learn of me. Now they say he says, watch this. He says, deny yourself, take up the cross and follow me. This one he says, take my yoke upon you and learn of me.
Now, the reason people didn't want to take up the cross because they thought it was too hard.
Because
they're thinking about it in terms of how you're saying it
They
before.
think. Well, say it again.
Well, they were thinking about it in terms of like working by the sweat of your brow type
Yeah.
of thing. Like, you got to take
Right.
up the cross. So all they thinking is like, all I can think about is Peter
Yeah.
because he was so scared.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
no, nobody want to take up their cross because now you got to get crucified and now it's going to be terrible for you. That's
Yeah.
what you think.
Yeah, you don't want to take up the cross, and also in terms of that, you know the same thing that's in terms of that. You know the same things that's in that line of thought. I own something.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm gonna have?
Yeah.
Right.
What I'm gonna do? You know, the disciples
And
were.
it's my life you taking.
Well, disciples are big about that. Who can we sit on your right hand and your left hand? Who gonna be the greatest one among us? Right.
Right.
It is this concept of it's too difficult, and then the rich young ruler comes running. It's same concept. You want me to teach you how to learn of Jesus? It's one statement he makes in that conversation. He says, "Why you call me good? Ain't nothing good but one, that's God."
Yep.
I wish I can get all of America to preach on this. I wish I can get on all the clickbait preachers, all the popular, the snazzy guys, all the bishops and the prophets and the apostles and all. I wish I can get them all to preach that. Why you call me good? Ain't none good but one, and that's God. This is learning of Jesus. This is learning how he is and who he is, right?
Yeah.
And what happens is this. When you take that yoke upon you and you learn of him, right? Then you realize, hold on, I didn't have nothing in the first place.
Thank you.
I never did. Everything that I have is because of him in the first place. You get me? Now I'm learning this of Jesus. I'm learning of Jesus that ain't none good but one, that's God. I'm learning this so much of Jesus that it gives me the ability to have access to all things. Right? Which is watch this. Which is what everybody want.
Right.
Don't they? You're working hard, you're praying hard, you're singing all the worship songs, you're worshiping hard because that's what you want. You want access to all things. Is that not the truth?
That's the truth.
But here we go. The key to it is the meek and low. Take my yoke upon and learn of me. For I'm meek and lowly in heart. And then you'll find that rest for your soul. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. But see, if you have the flipped mentality and the flipped mindset, then you don't. Then it becomes. I said it last part, and I'll say it again. It becomes difficult for you because you think you own something.
You're
Right.
doing stair steps though right now, because this take two gonna lead to your being able to do take three.
Take three, right. And then to be honest too, I wonder. We are actually doing them backwards.
But in order.
Backwards, but in order. And I'm talking about sequential order according to the chapters.
Yeah.
Because the nice to take up the cross and follow me is Matthew 18, I think, or 16 or 18, one of them, I don't know which one, right? Take my yoke upon is Matthew 11.
Yeah.
And the other one is going to be in Matthew 6.
Right.
Yeah.
Take two. So take my yoke upon you and learn of me. It's take two. Take two. Take one. Take one, Jesus. Take one. Take two. And you can flip them around. You can go whatever. Take two. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me. Because you're laboring heavy laden. This thing is very hard for you because you have not lowered yourself and I don't know if it's a word. It's not a word, but meekened yourself. You ain't meeked yourself yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have you been meekened? I don't know this.
Have you been
You know what I'm saying? We can say humble, but have you been meeked? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a word we just made this up, meek, right? But you haven't brought yourself low enough to realize that none of it was mine in the first place.
Right.
It's being a son of God is a very tricky place when it comes to this system. Because everything in this system, we were talking about it before, about business and about they try to make you work by their rules.
Yep.
Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. Almost as if nothing can exist outside of it.
Almost as if nothing can exist outside of it. And they make structures and set up structures and entities that make you think that there's no other lanes but them.
Right.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hold on. But here's how you find the hidden lanes. So they're hidden lanes, right? Many are called, but few are chosen. Wide path, narrow path. They're hidden lanes.
Yeah.
Acknowledge me in all your ways, I'll direct your paths. Proverbs.
Yeah.
There's hidden lanes, but you can't find the hidden lanes until you're meek and low.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When you get low,
Right,
you get low, you find the lanes that's under.
Yep.
You get it? Everybody on the main lane.
Yeah.
Everybody on the, what they call it? Mainstream. Everybody want to go mainstream. Everybody, I love the concept because out of that belly shall flow rivers.
It's a living water.
You know, rivers are there's underground rivers.
Yeah. Right. Right.
You get it? It's easy to see the one up here, but they got the underground rivers, the underground water that's flowing, right? The underground, the water that's flowing that you don't have access to. So because you don't have access to, you can't contaminate it.
Yep.
And the thing of even
Hidden
the belly,
rivers.
that's the low.
That's the low. What's it?
The belly is the
Yeah,
low
the belly is the low.
part of you. Like it's the you know, it's the low. Like it's coming out of the I don't know, the core.
The lower part, yeah.
Right,
and
right.
The lower
The
part
core,
of
the
you.
core, the core. And you can't have flow without low.
Yep.
Literally, like literally the word. You can't spell flow without low.
Right.
Yeah.
F-L-O-W, right?
Right.
It's like but until it's not until you
good.
get low. And so what I found out about Jesus, and I'm realizing this as I slow down, even as we talk right now, and sometimes I don't notice, I go back and listen to it, but as we talk, I realize that he's saying, I'm laboring heavy laden, but if I take his yoke upon and learn of me, for I'm meek and lowly at heart, what I feel like is the weight of the yoke will take me low.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I ever get low, I'll find rest for my soul.
Right.
You get it?
Yeah.
The stress for my soul is in the high places, in the high-mindedness.
Right.
Because what happens in high-mindedness, when you're high-minded, you have to maintain this high level. We used to tell dudes, it's funny, but when dudes start dating and try to holler at a girl, like, don't come in with guns blazing, bro. You need to come in with the real you. Come in with the real you.
Right.
Don't come in trying to send flowers every other day. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to keep that up.
That's a vibe.
You know what I'm saying? You what you said?
It's a vibe you gotta maintain.
That's a vibe. This is a vibe. I like that line. This is a vibe that you got to maintain. And so now you got to keep this up.
Right.
And if that ain't really who you are, and that ain't really how your pockets are, and that ain't really how your flow is, you're going to get exposed in a little while.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then eventually, not only are you going to get exposed, but now you're going to be stressed to try to keep up the same level of intensity that you came in with when if you would have just came in meek as yourself.
Meek.
And I mean, if she didn't want it, if she didn't want it like that, then what we talking about?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You come in. I've seen these dudes playing ball, playing sports. You like, I got 100 yards in the first game. All right, everybody else saw you too.
Right.
Now you got to keep this up, and this high level of And I'm not saying play trash, but what I'm saying is it becomes stressful when you're trying to maintain something that didn't. You ready? All right, you ready for this? You ready for this? It becomes stressful when you try to maintain something that hadn't been grown organically.
Come on.
I saw it with I see it with these basketball teams sometimes when they build these super teams and they get a star from here and a star from there. It's not home. That when organic teams are made when you drafted everybody, so you drafted them year after year. You waited your time and you developed them, right? I've seen superstar teams. I'm gonna tell you the best example of it, and the best example of it would be the Golden State Warriors, right? They were organic. They were an organic team that became somewhat fabricated. And I'm gonna tell you how, because all of them were drafted. Steph was drafted, Clay was drafted, Draymond was drafted. And they built that and became a championship team, right? Organic, right? Then comes KD, right? Which kind of fabricates it some, and you win the championship. But now you can't maintain this top heavy thing that you decided to develop. So now you got to pay Steph, you got to pay KD, you got to pay Draymond, you got to pay Clay, and you can't do it. You can't do it. So now it becomes the turmoil of the organization later on. You see what I'm saying? You have to maintain that high standard. But if I can just keep it, if I could keep it from the low and then grow it from the low, then I'd realize that what I've grown from the low is more stable than what I've tried to fabricate. I told somebody the other day, you can't staple branches to trees.
Yeah.
Right.
It's never gonna hold on. It's not gonna catch. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so it's this concept of if I would take the yoke upon me and I learn of me, right? And I'm using those examples to see that how much stress it takes to maintain this high pressure in the high place.
That's all. That's for everybody dealing with stress.
That's what everybody dealing with stress. But
Check was not organic.
check was not organic. That's good, EJ. Check was not organic. Check was not organic. And check, we were laughing about the other day. We decided to go somewhere, right? And we had somewhere that we had to be for 1 o'clock. Like it was an appointment. So this is in the morning now. But we've set this time that we want to go to do this other thing at 11. That could have been done that day or could have been done another day. Right. We end up getting it done. We didn't get there at 11. And
you don't realize till later that you created this time.
You created. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you, EJ. You created.
The only thing that had to be done that day was at 1.
Yo, listen.
We rushing and rolling and
listen. We
have to do this.
But we created a problem, and I was sitting. I was sitting there, and this is. I got 2 minutes left. Boy, that's crazy. We're gonna talk about this. Is no disrespect to this woman right here on the mic, right? But usually I'm ready first. So I'm sitting there, right? And I'm sitting there, and I found myself getting tense on the sofa because I know in order to be there at 11, we got to leave at 10:30.
Right.
And it's 10:27. Right? And I'm like, and so watch this. I found myself getting tense and then aggravated, and the aggravation is going to go towards her because I need you to hurry up and get ready if we're going to be there for 11. But meek and lowly heart, bro, is a real thing. Because in the middle of it, I'm sitting there, and I was like, what I really did was this, EJ. I really calmed down and was like, well, it's not that big a deal that I be on time. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather take time, let her be comfortable, instead of me rushing and saying, hey, hurry up, let's try to go. And then I'm sitting there, and as I thought through that process, I said, wait a minute. We don't have to be there for 11.
It's not even a real thing.
It's not even a real thing.
We just said we created do that at 11.
We created this time.
We really could go at any time, EJ. Like we
created this
12,
structure,
12.
and then we begin to make ourselves live by this hectic structure.
Right.
When we really got 3 hours and something to get to where we really need to be.
Yeah.
Which is really like an appointment on the books. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I bet there's thousands of people, millions of people watching this right now that do the same thing, have created lifestyles and issues.
Come on, man.
We're going to talk about take 3 in a minute. They created lifestyles and issues that have caused stress because of something that you created, and now you press for it.
Come on.
Man, press play on that and put the music on. We're going to come back next episode. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. We talking about take 3. Let's go. And cool out, man. Listen to this and cool out.
Cool out. That's
Listen to this, cool out, cool down.
Cool
Turn this up,
jets.
man. Like, and you just need to realize that you need the Lord, man. Like you need somebody. It ain't all about what you got or all about what you're doing or how you function or your skills. You need somebody bigger than you. Let's go.
You took me somewhere that I never been before, and every time I get there